Hi Astrals! Oh my hoodie, we're finally getting into the lore. Today I'm going to go over episode 1, Astral Academy. If you missed my past videos, be sure to check them out because they have some background info. Anyway, let's begin. The episode begins with the students gathering in the cafeteria for beginning of year speech. It's the first day of the school year and my OC is the new principal. Each of the 8 years sits at a different table for the speech. The speech is like any average one, but includes the fact that there's going to be a new history teacher replacing the old one who resigned for unknown reasons. The new history teacher's name is Miss Kiara. After the speech is breakfast, and while everyone's eating, Kiara calls me to the history room to ask a question. The day goes on as normal, with SCI 1 being the first class. In this class, the students learn how to do a basic light spell, which is done using a training wand and saying the word Lux. Little do they know that this spell will be useful later. Fast forward to third block, which is history. The students come in to see Miss Kiara, standing there with the friendly smile. You know, that smile is looking a bit too wide. Anywho, Kiara greets the class and asks them all to introduce themselves, starting at the back. This is where things get weird. You see, for some reason she is very bad at pronouncing names. Like, some names I just don't know how she manages to say a more complicated version, but it is what it is, I guess. After that, Kiara asks Cherry, our amazing owl witch, to either transform out of her owl form or leave the room. Strange. This is met with some backlash, but Cherry goes with it, because she's amazing. Kiara then proceeds to tell the class they'll be learning about Astral Academy from 2 decades ago, back when it was at a different location. More specifically, they'll be learning about a certain girl with wavy black hair and glasses, Mira. The girl who unfairly died at 13 because, Principal Bazinga fell onto the Hootie statue, which proceeded to collapse onto her. Fun. Kiara describes Mira as an unrecognized hero, providing care for the school pets, being the underdog in flyer derby, and having big dreams that were snatched away from her far too quickly. Some students are in awe, others are confused. I mean, why are they learning about this random girl? We can't leave out the insults that Sophia, half-blood and daughter of Demeter, begins to throw at Kiara for supposedly telling lies. Eventually, the bell rings and the students leave for lunch with a bitter taste in their mouths. During lunch, a couple students come to me to talk about Kiara. I admit that she was being a bit strange. After all, in the morning, she had asked me if she could keep owls out of the classroom. Our school mascot is literally an owl, like what? But I say I went with it since it's the first day and I assume she was just nervous or something. Then the topic of Mira is brought to my attention. Mira? Why would she talk about... I tell the kids to go have lunch and I ask to speak to Kiara after the school day. The rest of the school day isn't too special. Steve sticks his head in the koi pond, someone leaves a detention galaxy open, another murders a table. You know, average Tuesday. Anywho, it's finally dinner time and the students rush to the cafeteria. This is when they tend to create friend groups and socialize with each other more. Before everyone knows it, it's 10 p.m. and they all must head back to their dorms. In the dorms, the students just hang out, talk about the day, play games, dorm stuff. Lights out at 11. At around midnight, I ask to see Kiara in the history room. Fast forward half an hour and the school begins to shake a bit. Suddenly there's a boom and any lights that are still on go out, leaving the entire school pitch black. And that's the end of episode 1. If you already know how future episodes go, please don't share spoilers. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for episode 2. Bye!